Yeah, there's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, so you better do the damn thing right. You only got one life, you better do the damn thing right.
Welcome back to the ShoeBenderPod, guys. I'm so glad to have you guys back. Man, your boy just got back from Mexico. It was such a great time down there. Got to see all the fam, got to see my grandma. Truly blessed, truly blessed that, we made it there safe and made it back safe. Just a great recharge for your boy. Watched a lot of football down there. It was really cool because I remember when I first started going down there, nobody watched, football. And, I'm obviously speaking the NFL because they watch soccer all the time. But, I remember when I first started going down there, I never got asked about the NFL ever, about that or the NBA. And, now that, my family knows how much we love sports, obviously me and my little brother, they're all into it now. Like, literally when I went down there, they literally were all asking me, hey, what'd you think about this game? What'd you think about that game? Hey, this weekend we're just going to watch the games. It's just so awesome. It's so cool to see that turnaround, and I love my family. I really do. I mean, I love them to death, man. We only get one, we only get one set. That's literally, if you get two, you're extremely blessed. You know what I'm saying? But, I just love my family down there, man. Shout out to Michoacan, man, for real. Always on the down, being some of the most nicest and beautiful, most humble people in the whole world. I love y'all, man. I do know that we got that hot blood, though, too. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to try this. But other than that, it was just such a great time. And, it was all about sports down there. Obviously, I have a cousin down there or two cousins that are huge Messi fans. Messi's their guy. That's him. They love him. The love that they got for him is the one that I got for LBJ, no homo. But everybody that knows me knows that I'm the biggest LBJ fan you'll ever meet, or at least one of them, because there's a lot of us now. There never used to not be this much, and so it's really nice to see that turnaround, see everybody really appreciating greatness. But like I said, might as well keep on talking about football since we had the fam down there talking about it, and they're all excited to see what happens this weekend. This past weekend, we had the Divisional round, which we had the playoffs. We had the Jaguars going against the Chiefs to set everything off. The Jaguars are in the game. Obviously the biggest news of the game was Patrick Mahomes getting hurt. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I really would be surprised if he plays Sunday. I know that they're putting out videos of him not limping and all this shit, but if it's a high ankle sprain, this guy should not be playing this game. Anytime you hear a high ankle sprain, that's automatic 2 weeks. Automatically. And, it's not like Patrick Mahomes has been known as to have Wolverine blood in him, we're freaking made out of vibranium to the point where he just comes back from injuries. If we're being real, this is his first kind of real injury, because last year obviously he got knocked the fuck out by the Browns, I believe, or it was 2 years ago when that happened, where he literally got a concussion and he was wobbly and he literally did he was out. But this is the first one I've actually seen. Obviously I'm not a Chiefs fan, so it's not I follow this guy all the time. I only watch him when he's on TV, which is a lot out of nowhere. It should be Joey Barrow, but we'll get to that. But yeah, just to see that, anybody that watched that, cringed. Even if you're not a Chiefs fan, you never want to see those kind of injuries, because they could get really gruesome. The way homeboy came down on his ankle. But he obviously toughed it out, and he was able to, try to stay in the game and at least obviously get them the win. I didn't get to watch this game too much because I was down in Mexico. I was spending a lot of time with my family. And when this game was going on, we were on the road. So I had literally only caught the tail end of it. I pretty much caught the last couple of plays, when Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence was gonna drive he was gonna try to drive the Jaguars to tie the game, but he ended up throwing an interception, and that sealed their fate. Chad Henne, obviously, like, he comes into the game and he literally drives that offense 90 yards, no problem. It's just, the Chiefs obviously are a great team, especially offensively. Like, they're very special offensively. I mean, Kelsey's just the ultimate freaking. I mean, that dude's literally Captain America, bro. Like, Kelsey really is, man. Like, he is the ultimate clutch guy for when it comes to their quarterbacks. What Gronk was to Brady. Brady always knew he could count on Gronk. I'm not putting Kelsey in Gronk's category because, let's be real, hardware does matter. But Kelsey's he's one of the best I've ever seen him, especially right now. Right now, obviously, that Gronk's not retired. Obviously, I give that title to him. I think him and Kittle are like, I think they're practically even. I wouldn't put one over the other. I really like both those tight ends. I think they're the best the game has to offer, top two. Then the rest, you could mix around however you want. But I think the number one and number two, however you want to flip it, is definitely Kittle and Kelsey. That offensive line they did an all right job. They didn't do too good of a job because obviously they got your boy hurt. So, I mean, it was a good game. It was a very good game. Obviously, it was 20-27, so it wasn't a blowout. But Trevor Lawrence had a couple turnovers. Towards the very end too, they really started making some costly mistakes penalty wise. And that lost them the game, man. That lost it. In the playoffs, you legit can't make mistakes, man. And if you do, you better get one back. Because if you don't, pretty much 9 out of 10 times, that's the reason why teams lose. Also penalties, like I said, because towards the end, they started getting a lot of penalties that kept either the Chiefs' drive going or pushing their drive back. But they're young. It's their very first time being in the playoffs, the Jaguars, with Trevor Lawrence at the helm. And, it's just growing pains. It's just growing pains. Nobody even expected this team to make the playoffs. Like, everybody thought these teams were going to be like, this team was going to be like a top 5 pick. Doug Peterson said, hold on, bro. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm Super Bowl head coach. Y'all need to chill your asses out. And, he flipped this program around. He's got them boys believing. They got a good defense. You got Josh Allen on the defensive side. You got a great running back in ETN who's literally had an amazing season. Great season for ETN. And then you obviously had the big time, receiver that got paid in Kirk, and he held down on his side of the bargain. Yeah, he dropped a couple plays. He dropped a couple wide ass open ones that he should have caught, and he didn't. So it's also growing pains for Kirk, like, hey, I'm the number one guy. I'm supposed to make those plays. And it's just like I said, it's just growing pains for the Jaguars, but definitely Duval should be really happy for the future because, you got your quarterback, you got your defensive player, and Josh Allen. So, they're going to be good if, as long as they build around those two guys. But obviously the Chiefs come out on top. And they're headed to their 5th straight AFC Championship game, which is just, that's crazy. It literally says, Pat Mahomes he's played in every single AFC Championship game since he's been in the league. And to me, that's also a huge negative side, though, because, like, if you've gone to 5 and you've only got out once, like, are you really that good? It's that Aaron Rodgers shit. Like, Aaron Rodgers went to 3 straight or 4 straight NFC Championship games, never broke through. Besides the one when he won in 2010, and it's like, yeah, like, these guys, obviously they're gifted. They're very gifted, especially when they're outside of the pocket. But those records to me, they just don't fit right. Like, you can't tell me you're an all-time great if you go to the fucking AFC Championship game and you only go through once. Like, how does that make you great? That makes you, above average, but to me, that's not great. The only thing that helps both of them is that they do got the hardware. They do got that Super Bowl MVPs. But other than that, like, it's like, bro, like, you're supposed to be that guy and you're not breaking through. Like, look how many Super Bowls Brady went to. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think it's just 7 rings, that he only went like 7 times. It's like, nah, bro. He lost what, 3 times? So he could legit have 10 rings. Yeah, he lost twice to the Giants and once to the Eagles. Yeah. Yeah, so like, it's just like, dude, like, come on, bro. That's greatness. That's greatness. When you have that kind of record in the Super Bowl. Where you say, if you could say you're 7-3 in the Super Bowl, bro, like literally, you could look at any other quarterback. Ain't no one near close to you, dog. You know what I'm saying? But if you only have 1 Super Bowl appearance or 2, like Pat does, that's it? I mean, dude, literally, Rodgers has only gone to 1 Super Bowl. Is he really that great? You know what I'm saying? Me, personally, hell nah. Hell no. I don't hold Patrick Mahomes. Mainly also, too, because, you know, his career isn't done. So let's let that shit finish out first, too. But Aaron Rodgers, on the other hand, it's like, come on, bro. Like, you paying $200 million for 1 chip? Like, that's it? I would have not paid Rodgers if I was a Packers, straight up, bro. But, you know, it's a franchise that they pretty much got nothing else going for him besides him. So it's like, you let Aaron Rodgers go. I mean, everybody loses interest in the Packers. Obviously not the fans, because they're super diehard and they're going to keep on selling that place out. But it just is what it is. I mean, I just, that's just the way I see it, in my opinion. At least I could hold off on Pat Mahomes because his career isn't done. But still, bro, to beat a 5, and if you don't get breakthrough this weekend, I'm not putting you up there with the greats, bro. I definitely know who I will put it with the greats. You know, coming up here later, but you know we'll get into that here soon. The next game after that was the Giants and the Eagles, which the Eagles just dominated, smacked them around. I mean, it was their 3rd time smacking the Giants around this season. It wasn't like it was anything new. The Giants just literally had no answer for this team whatsoever, not on offense or on defense. This Eagles team is, they're not my favorite. They are my favorite to come out of the NFC. But it's just, I just feel like they're the most complete team. Like, straight up, they're complete on offense, they're complete on defense, and their special teams. Like, this team just hits on all 3 cylinders. I mean, they played one of their best games on Saturday, and it showed. It showed why they are the number 1 seed. It showed why they got the bye. They are that team in the NFC side. Like, they really are. That pass rush, I was watching the Pat McAfee show earlier today. They said they got 70 sacks. 70 sacks for the season. Are you kidding me? 70? No manches, bro. Like, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, that pass rush is no damn joke. Like, they are going to get to your quarterback. And if your quarterback does not make the right decisions quickly, this shit's the type of shit that happens, man. I mean, they were flying around. I mean, they ran the ball. They did whatever they wanted to do this game against the Giants. Obviously, it's it's not too much of a, you know, show out because, like I said, they also whipped the Giants' ass twice in the regular season. So it's not like, you know, it's not like this is a surprise. But definitely the Eagles showed why they are the number 1 seed and why they should be taken very, very serious. Because, like I said, that defense is just, my goodness, it was flying around. The Giants couldn't do anything, only 7 points. And trust me, they worked hella hard for those 7 points. So the Eagles move on to the NFC Championship game, which is like their second one like in 4 years, I believe. Because they won it, in 2018 or like 2019, one of the two. But shout out to the Eagles, man. Like, everybody thought they were going to go back to being, you know, one of the, you know, just going back to being just average, you know, just like being good enough but not making the playoffs, good enough but not making the playoffs. And this franchise has definitely, after they won that Super Bowl, their whole mindset has shifted. I know how that feels like, because obviously when the Seahawks won theirs, the mind shifted in Seattle. Now it's literally like, I know people might make fun of us for it. I don't care. It's just how we see it. It's Super Bowl and bust now every year. You know what I'm saying? It's Super Bowl or bust every time we walk on that field now. Because you get to see what that tastes like. And especially now getting into the playoffs when nobody expected us to. The expectations are going to be super high in Seattle again. But yeah, like I said, shout out to the Eagles and Nick Sirianni. I mean, what a great coach. Amazing coach. Amazing coach. On Sunday, we had another doubleheader. It started off with the Bengals against the Bills. The Bengals just destroyed the Bills. Destroyed them. It kind of, you feel bad about it because, of what happened with the Hamlin thing. He was at the game, Segun, allegedly. So, there's those theories going on around the internet. I'm not here to say if he was there or not. I wasn't there. I'm just going off what the internet's saying. But, obviously the game that, they wanted to play for their teammate did not end the way they wanted it to. The Bengals just straight throttled them 27-10. They should have had another touchdown, but they took it away, when Jamar came down and the balls came out or whatever. It is what it is. Obviously, they didn't need it. They still blew them out by 17. This game, yeah, man. I mean, I talked about it before in the episode before where I said that Josh Allen was going to be one of those quarterbacks that wasn't going to get his team to the Super Bowl because of him. I've watched a lot of Josh Allen games, man. I really have. And that's one consistency that I've seen. Yes, he makes big plays. Yes, he has that cannon arm. But he also turns the ball over a lot. He really does. He doesn't have the best decision making. He doesn't. Yes, he could win you games. But he's not going to win you the big one because he turns the ball over way too damn much. He needs to fix. That's literally all he basically needs to fix. And his game would be flawless. But it's just those boneheaded plays, man. It's those boneheaded plays. People could go ahead and play blame the offensive line. That's fine. But the Bengals also have a great pass rush. So it's not like they suck. Excuse me. The Bengals are really good. They're my favorite to win it all. Like straight up, they're my favorite to win it all. And literally the main reason why is because they got the best quarterback left in the playoffs. And that's Joey Burrow. That's Joey motherfreaking Burrow. Straight up. He's the best quarterback left in these playoffs, and I don't even think it's close. You could go ahead and Chiefs fans scream at the top of your lungs, Patrick Mahomes, guess what? He's 3-0 against that ass. And he's going to be 4-0 against you guys this Sunday. He's going to be 4-0 against you guys. He's going to win the freaking Super Bowl. And he's going to overtake Pat Mahomes for the next GOAT. Because I never seen Mahomes as a GOAT. I do see Joey Burrow as a GOAT, though. He's got it, man. It's that, like, no homo. It's that look in his eyes, though. It's that look in his eyes. And he got it, man. Like, he's got that killer assassin look, man. That the only person I see that I literally compare Burrow to is Brady. I don't compare him to anybody else. I know you shouldn't compare people because he's his own person, but he reminds me of Brady. And I'm gonna be happy to see this kid for a while because he is gonna be in the league for a while. And I mean, he's just torching people. I mean, he's back-to-back AFC Championship games. Nobody's talking about that. He's been in the league 3 years. His first year, he obviously got hurt, tore his whole ACL. Everybody knows the story. And now he's back-to-back Super Bowl. Now he's on the brink of back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. He's greatness, man. He really is. He's coming. He's coming for everything, man. He's coming to make a name. Him and Chase. Like, this is a we thing. Like, it ain't a me thing with Burrow. And you can see it, man. That team rallies around him big time. The defense plays hella hard. They got a great defense. And like I said, they got the best quarterback left in the playoffs. So I definitely was not surprised by this. I did call it because, like I said earlier too, like in that game when Hamlin got hurt, the Bengals straight drove down and scored on the first possession. What did they do this first game? The exact same shit. Drove right down the field and scored on them. This is exactly what was gonna happen that first game. But we had that freak accident that nobody was expecting. And and the Bengals were able to show out against this team. But it would have gone the exact same way. It would have gone the exact same way, probably if not worse. Yeah, the Bengals are in great hands, and they're heading in the right way. But also too, that's another thing I want to talk about too that irritates me about the home field advantage, because to me it's like, what's the point of having home field advantage? Like, the Bengals beat the Chiefs this year. They beat them this year. Like, the Chiefs should be playing at the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Or at least at a neutral site field. Because I think it's BS that they get. Yes, I know that they got that one more game, but to me that's bullshit. Like, the NFL really needs to look at that rule, and to me make it say like, hey, whoever, at least make it be like, hey, whoever was up during that game before, whatever happened, that's who wins the game. Because then at least you're putting hella pressure on each team to want to score, like at least get the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that could really change the NFL for better. Because every team's really going to want to score every time now, instead of just being like, oh, well, we'll just act like we just didn't never play the game. Because it screws a lot of people over. Like, right now, it's screwing the Bengals over. That AFC Championship game should be held in Cincinnati, but it's not. It's getting held at that fucking whack ass Kingdom or whatever that they have. Whack. Anyways, Bill's gonna tap that ass. I mean, the Bengals are gonna tap that ass anyways. And then we had the primetime game against the Cowboys and the Niners, which this fucking team. But dude, I really don't know how this team's still winning. This team should have lost twice already. But the biggest reason why the Niners aren't losing is because defenses aren't capitalizing on Purdy's mistakes. The Cowboys should have at least had like 2 interceptions. The Seattle Seahawks should have had 2 interceptions, and they just didn't come up with the ball. Also, the same thing with that play with when Diggs, instead of going for either laying Kittle out, literally laying him the fuck out, or going for the ball, you let him catch that pass, and they score on that damn play. I mean, on that possession. And then you start getting fucking flags all over the place on Dallas. Yeah, some of them obviously were granted, but a lot of them were very, very ticky-tacky. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers were obviously able to win 19-12. Dak threw hella interceptions. Well, I shouldn't say hella interceptions, but he threw costly interceptions. I seen a stat where he had like 2 touchdowns or something, just something crazy like that in the last like 10 games. He had like 17 interceptions. That's horrible. That's really, really bad if you're trying to get to a Super Bowl. This was another team that I said that wouldn't get to the Super Bowl because their quarterback. The 49ers are the last team that I said that wasn't going to get to the Super Bowl, or if they get there, they're not going to win it because their quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, if Dallas would have just came up with at least one of those interceptions, they would have won this game, if we're being real. But they didn't. The ball didn't bounce their way. It bounced the Niners' way again. It keeps bouncing their way. But that luck's going to run out, guys. I'm telling you, the Cowboys fans were going through it, man. I mean, dudes was punching TVs, running TVs over, punching hella drywall probably. I mean, the Cowboys fans have been going through it, man. And these 49ers fans have been throwing hella, masa on them too, but they going to get everything that the 49ers gave out this last weekend, fan base wise. They're going to get all that shit back tenfold, bro. Watch what I'm telling you, man. I was watching the whole thing. I was watching how many people were making fun of Cowboys. Like, trust me. I mean, I like it because I don't like the Cowboys. But it also gets to a point too where it's like, all right, y'all need to chill out. Like, we get it. They lost. Okay. That's nothing new. There's literally nothing new that Dallas loses in the playoffs. They're going to keep doing that as long as Dak is their quarterback. Just going to be honest with you Cowboys fans, man. As long as Dak's your quarterback, y'all ain't seen no Super Bowl, bro. Y'all ain't. But on the other side, like I was saying, Purdy, bro, you in for a rude awakening to play when you play them Eagles, man. Them Eagles are going to come at you, bro. And this team will come up with their turnovers. Because, I mean, look at the 49. I mean, you guys seen that bull rush by Micah Parsons on freaking McGlinchey, bro. Literally threw him out, bro. Like, literally, like, dude, McGlinchey's a big-ass dude, bro. And Micah literally said, get the off me, bro. Literally. So it's like some Hitchcock shit, bro. This fool was parallel, bro, like this. Glitchy was parallel like this and shit to the grind, bro. And that's one guy. I mean, that's literally one guy. Obviously, you got Lawrence. I mean, the Cowboys' pass rush is really good. Let's be real. But it ain't the Eagles' pass rush. This pass rush is a whole different level. You're gonna have Fletcher Cox right there. You're going to have freaking Jordan Davis there. You're going to have Riddick there. I mean, dude, you got Slay in the slots, you know what I'm saying, or in the corner. You got a great secondary. Linebackers, you got Graham, another guy, Graham, Super Bowl champ. The experience is there for the Eagles, man. And that defense is going to wreak havoc on the 49ers, bro. And it's in Philadelphia. You know, the past 2 games, Purdy's been playing in San Francisco. So he's had the home. He hasn't had to go on the road. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you 49ers fans, y'all going to be in for a rude-ass awakening this weekend. I'm calling that shit right now. And while we're on the topic, you know, let's go to the conference championship games. So we got the Eagles and the 49ers going at it. You already know who I got. We literally just got done talking about it. I got the Eagles, man. I think they're just a bet out of this team, out of this, you know, obviously them and the Niners. I think they're the most complete one. They're the most complete one. They got the veteran quarterback. And it's, to me personally, it's just that defense. It's that defense, and then they also got 3 weapons. 3 weapons on the offensive side as well. And A.J. Brown, Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith, and then you got Miles Sanders in the background. And you probably got the best offensive line in the NFL. Jason Kelsey. What's his name? Is it Johnson? Lane Johnson? Yeah, the right tackle. I mean, and then you got, I forget who their left tackle is, but I mean, dude, this team is just stacked. They're the better team. They're the better team. The Eagles are going to advance to the Super Bowl. Excuse me, we move on to the Bengals and the Chiefs, who got the primetime slot. You already know who I'm going with. In this game, it's going to come down to who has a better quarterback. Me, personally, I think it's Joe Burrow. He's 3-0 against Mahomes, so obviously he knows something that we don't. Obviously, that defensive coordinator knows something against that offensive coordinator that they just can't. He has something against Bieniemy that Bieniemy can't figure out. I mean, the Bengals are the Chiefs' boogeyman. This game right here could flip the whole AFC upside down, bro. Like, it really could, because right now it's the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the standard. Everybody builds teams to build the Chiefs. If the Bengals win this game and they go 4-0 against the Chiefs, winning 2 in the conference championship, literally back-to-back, that paradigm's going to shift. It really is. And everybody's going to be trying to stop the Bengals now. Mainly Joe Burrow. And right now, I know that Mahomes isn't 100%. That changes a lot. Especially with the Bengals pass rush, when you got Hendrickson and Hubbard coming right at you. And they could get a pressure up the middle as well. Their secondary is good. Their linebackers are good. And they're on offense. I mean, let's be real. I mean, their only Achilles heel is probably their offensive line, but they've been building so much confidence. Like, they look great. They look like a great unit. You know what I'm saying? I think their left tackle was his first time starting last week. Didn't allow no sacks. I think he only allowed like 1 or 2 pressures. Like, that's it. And it was his first start. Like, that's just ultimate confidence booster. You know what I'm saying? For that whole offensive line. But I definitely got the Bengals winning this game. I got the Bengals and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. And if you were listening earlier, you already know who I thought was my favorite. So that's who I got going to the Super Bowl to meet on February 12th. And it's going to be a good one, boys. It's going to be a really, really good weekend of sports. I'm super excited. Hate the fact that we have to wait till literally Sunday, but hey, it is what it is. It gives us all something to look forward to. And just a great weekend of football ahead of us. We got the drafts. All the mock drafts are already starting to come out, so it's gonna get real fun in the off season. Frank Wright got hired as a Panthers head coach recently. We don't know where Saquon Barkley is gonna go or Daniel Jones. There's rumors going around Jalen Ramsey getting shipped, which made me laugh because I was like, "What happened? I thought y'all said fuck them picks. What happened? Oh, all of a sudden y'all want picks? Nah. If I was any NFL team, I'd be like, nope. Stick to your damn word. Wear that shirt again. Show off that coffee mug again. Fuck them damn picks, right? Well, that's what happens when you go all in and you don't get shit in return besides, who was it? Just Von Miller? Also, too, Ramsey, because they got Ramsey through all those. I mean, they give hella up for Ramsey, too. And you only got one Super Bowl to show for it. And now your whole franchise is screwed for the next couple of years because you literally threw all your first-round picks away. Every single one of them. And y'all don't draft the best. Let's be real. Y'all don't draft the best. Cooper Kupp has been your guys' biggest guy that you guys have drafted. Because Aaron Donald was already there. Floyd was already there. Like, you can't take credit for those guys. I'll give you credit for Cooper Kupp. That's literally it, though. Other than that, Sean McVay has shown that he's not a great drafter. Let's be real. But those are some things that are going on in the NFL. Let me see here. It looks here that like Dan Quinn's gonna stay with the Cowboys because obviously he probably bombed another interview. Let's see here, and yeah, that pretty much sums up what's been going on in the NFL recently. You have the Chiefs linebacker right here, Willie Gay, saying that he's not impressed by the Bengals offense. Probably shouldn't be saying that with the team that's beat your ass 3 times in a row. Just saying. But you'll find out soon why he shouldn't be saying dumb shit like that. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. I appreciate you guys coming back and always showing me love, viewing my content, sharing it. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. We're gonna do it big, guys. We're gonna achieve this dream of being a podcaster and making money off this, so that way we can support the whole family. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. No matter how many times a family member messes up, man, we don't leave them stray. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's been people out there that have done some foul shit to family. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta stay together, man. We gotta stay together. And if you make a mistake, you gotta learn from it. No matter who it is. We gotta learn from this stuff, guys. We can't just keep on going through life, living it the way we want to live it, and expect everybody to want to be around us. It don't work like that, man. It really don't. People get tired of shit, bro. They really do. So let's all just keep on being better. If there's something you do not like about yourself, you could work on it. There's literally nothing stopping you from working on it besides yourself. If there's really something that really bugs you about yourself, whether it's you not having patience, whether it's you not being clean, whether it's you procrastinating, whatever it is, it could be it could be millions of things. Or you don't want it to be millions of things, but it could be several things that you really want to work on, that you keep telling yourself. Maybe you don't feel comfortable about your weight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to work on your mental strength, your mental health, whatever it is. It could be worked on. There's nothing in this life that stops us from working on what we want to work on but ourselves. We are our biggest obstacle. Straight up. We gotta turn that faucet off that's giving you all the excuses as to why you can't do it. And you gotta turn the one on that's letting you see this is how it could be done. There's plenty of people rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. Never give up. There's no surrender. We always move forward, always onward. And it could be done, guys. It really can be done. It's never too late for nothing. It's never too late for anything. I don't want to hear, oh, well, I'm 45, so it's already too late for me. No, it's not, bro. You can start now. It could all start now. It's all up to you. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, like I said, I love every single one of you guys. I hope every single one of you have a great weekend and enjoy football and enjoy whatever it is you like to do. And I will definitely catch every single one of you guys on the next one, all right? Love you guys.
Yeah, there's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, so you better do the damn thing right. You only got one life.